Hey guys, it's your best fight friends. I'm Kelsey. That's Rachel.
Let's talk about Ryan Garcia today. So Ryan Garcia was scheduled to fight in July. He was going to fight Fortuna, right?
Javier Fortuna.
Now, he wasn't going to fight Fortuna, like the fish. Like, he's not fighting for tuna.
He's going to fight for that cheese, though. Same thing, almost. Maybe there's people that call it tuna. We got to get that tuna, y'all. Maybe we can start a new thing.
Okay, but really, Ryan Garcia pulled out of his next scheduled fight.
Yeah, he suddenly pulled out of it. I mean, anytime you pull out of a fight, it's sudden.
Right, it appears sudden to the rest of us. And the reason he gave was for his well-being, his overall well-being.
His mental health, yeah.
And so I just wanted to talk about that. That's something I would really struggle with. So for me, if something like this were planned, it would be hard for me to... Like, I tend to push myself no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, if something has to happen, especially if it involves other people, like, well, this just goes in that column of, like, it has to happen, and I can't, like, say no or let people down or whatever that is. And I don't know that that's always the best way to live, so I find it interesting. Here's Ryan Garcia at the young age of his early 20s.
Was he 6? 7 years old?
Is able to take this time for himself. I admire it.
The story I make up about the way that you describe life is wrong.
Okay.
I feel like that's wrong. And that if you have some issues, you need to remember we read that book. What's the book called that we read about? Ryan Garcia knows he's the golden goose. So Ryan Garcia, if he wants to keep getting those golden eggs, he's going to have to take care of the goose. You can't prioritize the golden egg over the goose.
You have the goose that lays golden eggs. The most important thing is not the golden eggs. The most important thing is the goose.
That's from a pretty famous book that I can't think of what it's called right now. But anyway, it's one of the many, many lessons in that book. But it's true, and it's important. And I love to see, and we, friend of the show, Ryan Garcia, we like to call because we interviewed him once. But one of the things that I took away,
you have interviewed him.
I am the show, people. All right? Anyway, listen, if one of us to talk to him, friend of the show, Ryan Garcia, one of the things I took away from that interview, though, was that he was surrounded by people that genuinely cared about his well-being, because it was his parents, but also that they truly seemed to have his best interests at heart. Just because somebody's parents are around them in the fight game or in anything doesn't almost never means that they truly have the best interest at heart. But these people sincerely did. And so I love that. I love that Ryan is doing that. I think it shows a couple things too. Hey, guess what? Ryan Garcia has a bazillion followers. He is an attractive person. Like everybody, like he's got all the things that the world tells you and me and everybody that we need to be happy, and he has mental health things that he has to work on. Mm-hmm. I think that it's important, and I think that because of who he is and how popular he is and how many followers he has, I love this example that he's setting for others. It influences other people, so people don't have to grow up like Rachel or myself, or we don't take care of ourselves, right? Mm-hmm. I think it's great. I love it. Congrats to Ryan Garcia. I know that he'll be on his way back to the boxing ring soon. He's a great fighter, and I'm loving what I see from him both inside the ring and out.
And I like what you said about how it puts out there like another example, because I think that we often hear like hustle. I got, I rise and grind. Like, I just got 24/7, like all this stuff of that I can sleep when I'm dead. That there's a lot of that. I've heard that like my whole life. And what I realized not until I was much older, I was like, oh, I don't think you have to like work yourself to the bone like your entire life depending on what you want to do with your life, but if you're looking for that, serenity, if you're looking for that joy, to be at peace, I think that's not the way. And so, I just find it really admirable to have somebody on such a large stage.
Especially somebody so young.
Yeah.
And really, the other thing I took away from the interview, I was like, gosh, she's so much smarter and like thinking about things better than when I was a kid. I was a big old dope, and maybe even until like 5 years ago, I was a big old dope. You know what I mean? Like, I was really impressed with that, it's so interesting to me to always see how people grow and learn at different rates. And it's just an interesting, fun thing about life, I think.
Yeah. So we just thought we'd talk a little bit about Ryan Garcia today.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. I've really got to think of a better way to end.
Until next time, she's Rachel. I'm Kelsey. We're the Real Talks.
Okay.